Good morning, children. This is your Padmaja teacher. Continuing the second chapter, polynomials, for class 9. Already in our lower classes, we have seen what are the algebraic expressions. Expressions are the combination of constants and variables with the signs or the operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions in between them. Now let us see what is the difference between a polynomial and an algebraic expression. Suppose the variable is raised to negative power or the variable is raised to a fraction. It is not a polynomial, but it is an algebraic expression. So, for a polynomial, it is essential that the power should be raised to 0 or any positive integer. If the powers of the variable are negative numbers or fractions, it is no more a polynomial, it becomes only an algebraic expression. So, all the polynomials are algebraic expressions, but all algebraic expressions are not polynomials. Let us see the definition. An algebraic expression in which variables involved have only non-negative integral powers is called a polynomial. Integer means it can be 0 also, but it should be neither negative nor fraction, as in integer there is no question of fractions. So, the exponents, that is the powers of the variables, can be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And a polynomial cannot have infinite number of terms. Always a polynomial will have finite number of terms. Now let us see the examples of polynomials. See, the first example is 4x square plus 5x minus 2. In the first term, x is raised to power 2. 5x, when there is no power, the power is taken as 1. 2 is a constant term. For the constant term, the power is taken as 0, as x power 0 becomes 1 and 1 into any number will be same, as it is the multiplicative identity. So, as the powers are all positive integers, this is known as a polynomial. Again in second one, the power is 2 and 0. So this is also a polynomial. The third one is a constant 5. 5 is also every constant number is always a polynomial because it can take any variable raised to the power 0. Now fourth one, square root of 3 x square minus 5y. Here square root is not for x, not for the variable. It is for the constant, so it makes no difference. X is having the integral power 2 and y is having the integral power 1. Variables are having positive powers, so this is also a polynomial. 3xyz, again this is a polynomial because xyz are not having any power. When it does not have any power, the powers are taken to be 1. 3x power 1, y power 1, z power 1. And again sixth one also. The exponents of the variables are positive integers, so they are all polynomials. Now let us see the examples of non-polynomials. 1 by x plus 1. Here x is in denominator. When we simplify this and bring it to the numerator, its power will become negative. So it is no more a polynomial. It is an algebraic expression. The second one is 2x square plus 3 by x minus 5. When written all the terms in numerator, it becomes 2x square plus 3x power minus 1 minus 5. Here, one term of the polynomial has negative power, so we cannot call it as a polynomial. It is simply an algebraic expression. The third one is square root of x. All of us know that square root means x power 1 by 2. When the power is 1 by 2, it is not an integer. Since here the variables, at least one variable, if it does not have the integral power, it is not a polynomial. As the exponents of the variable are non-negative integers, they are the examples of non-polynomials. Now I think it is very clear to you how to classify a polynomial and a non-polynomial. Now let us see the important terms of the polynomial, which are terms and coefficients. This is a vocabulary, very important. You cannot speak about a polynomial unless you know the terms and coefficient. See here, I have given a polynomial 7x power 5 plus x square y square minus 4xy plus 7. Here, the parts of the polynomial which are joined by plus or minus sign are called the terms of the polynomial. Here there are 4 terms: 7x power 5, x square y square, minus 4xy and 7. So terms means the different parts, or we do not call it as parts in mathematics. For explanation I am calling it. These are all the terms. Now coefficient means every term in the polynomial is associated with a constant. Along with it, a constant number is written. That is, first term is 7x power 5. X power 5 is a variable and 7 becomes its coefficient. The second term is x square y square. This is very important to notice here. When there is no number written along with it, its coefficient is taken as 1. And the third term is minus 4xy. When there is minus symbol along with the coefficient also takes the symbol. So minus 4xy, its coefficient becomes minus 4. And the last one is a constant term. A constant term is always a polynomial because it takes the variable x power 0 or y power 0. So here the coefficient is 7. Now it should be very clear to you children what are the terms and what are the coefficients. Coefficient is for every term. Terms are the parts here. Now let us see what are the polynomials in 1 variable, 2 variable and 3 variable. Suppose we say x square plus 2x plus 5, x square plus 7x plus 6. Here, when only one variable is taken, we call it as a polynomial in one variable, and that variable is denoted by px, qx, fx and anyway. And suppose a polynomial contains two variables x and y and z, p and q, anything, then we call that polynomial as polynomial in two variables and it is written as p of xy. But we don't learn p of xy till our 10th class. The polynomial in two variables is learnt above the classes, but we learn polynomial in two variables for solving them. And polynomial in three variables means in any polynomial, if three variables are involved, suppose x, y and z, then such a polynomial is called polynomial in three variables. Now let us see what is this degree of a monomial. Monomial means a polynomial containing only one term. When there is only one term, that means any plus or minus is not there in that polynomial. It has only one term. That means here the constants and the variables are associated with multiplication symbol. Suppose I have given here 3a square b cube. So the degree do not have any relation with the coefficient. Whatever it is, Don't see that. Degree has only relationship with the powers or the exponents of the variables. What are the variables here? A and B. What is the power of A? 2. What is the power of B? 3. Yes. Then the degree is the sum of the powers of all the variables in a monomial. That is 2 plus 3 is 5. So degree of 3a square b cube is 5. Second one is x y square z power 7. So let us add all the powers of the variable. When there is no power for a variable, its power becomes 1. X do not have any power, so its exponent is 1. Exponent of y is 2. Exponent of z is 7. So its degree becomes 1 plus 2 plus 7, that is equal to 10. So you should understand and save it in your brain that degree of a monomial which contains only term is the sum of the exponents of all its variables. Third one is 7. I already explained you. 7 is a constant term. For any constant term, the degree is 0. Y also I already explained that too. That means 7x power 0 and its variable is having the degree z power 0. So always the degree of a constant is 0, whether it is 10, 5, 100, minus 6, minus 7. So remember it always. Again, I am giving it in theoretical form. The degree of a constant is always 0. As it contains no variable, we assume that the exponent of the variable is 0 and any number raised to 0 is 1 and the product of a number, any number with 1 is the same number. So always remember children, monomial means add all the exponents of the variables and if it is a constant, its degree is 0. Now let us see if it is a polynomial, how to find its degree. The degree of a polynomial is equal to the largest term of any term of the polynomial. Largest degree of any term of the polynomial. That means a polynomial can have 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms. Like monomial, we will find a degree of each term. Degree of whichever term is greatest or largest, that is considered as the degree of the polynomial. For example, suppose we have a polynomial 5y square plus 8y minus 6. What is the first term? 5y square. What is its degree? 2. What is the second term? 8y. What is its degree? 1. What is the third term? Minus 6. Constant. Degree of constant is 0. Out of 0, 1 and 2, which is the largest? 2. So, the degree of this polynomial is 2. Now, let us see some problems given in your exercise. 7x cube 5y plus 5x square plus 2x minus 6. So, here the exponents are 3, 2, 1 and 0. So which is greatest among that? 3. So the degree of first polynomial is 3, second one is 2, third one is 1, fourth one is 0 and fifth one is 3 because fifth one is a monomial. In a monomial, we add the powers. X is having the power 2 and y is having the power 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Now next question is coefficient of x square. So here first of all we have to identify x square term and then see the number associated or the number written beside it or the constant written beside it becomes the coefficient. In the first polynomial, x square term is the third term, 2x square. So 2 is its coefficient. In the second one, the x square term is second one, that is minus x square. Here no number is associated with x square, so its coefficient is minus 1. Take 1 along with the sign in front of it. In third one, first term itself is a x square term, that is pi x square. All of us know that pi is a constant, so coefficient of x square is pi. Fourth one is root 2x square plus 5x minus 1. Again the first term is x square term and the constant along with x square is root 2, so its coefficient is root 2. So children, again I am telling you, when there is no variable, when there is no number written along with the variable, we take that coefficient as 1. If the sign in front of it is minus, we take it as minus 1. Now let us see how are the polynomials classified according to their degree and according to the number of terms. If a polynomial has only one term, not associated with any plus or minus, then that is called monomial. Remember again, when we say polynomial, the power should not be negative or fraction. Again, binomial means a polynomial having two terms, 5x plus 3, 4a minus 2, 10p plus 1. Trinomial means a polynomial having 3 terms is called a polynomial. So, more than 3 terms is called a polynomial. Thus, according to the number of terms, it is classified into 3 and remaining 4, 5, 6 are called polynomials. Of course, the above are also known as polynomials, but it has a name. Now let us see what are the polynomials. How are they classified on the basis of degree? All of us know that a constant is a 0 degree polynomial. So always constant term is known as a polynomial with 0 degree. So if the degree of a polynomial is 0 or a number is constant, it is called a constant polynomial. If the degree of a polynomial is 1, that is 10x plus 1, 4x minus 6, 7y plus 8, 2 minus 6y, 8 minus 7y, all these are first degree. That means the degree of that polynomial is 1. So they are called linear polynomials. The polynomials with degree 2 are called quadratic polynomial. And the polynomial with degree 3 are called cubic polynomial, means the term with highest power is 3. And polynomials more than degree 3 are called 4th degree polynomials, 5th degree polynomials, 6th degree polynomial or nth degree polynomials. Remaining polynomials are named according to their highest degree. So this is about the types of polynomials based on the number of terms or based on the degree of the polynomial. Now let us see what is the zero polynomial. A polynomial having a value 0 is known as zero polynomial. Zero value means zero polynomial itself is 0, or 0x square plus 0x plus 0 is a zero polynomial. When coefficients of all the terms of a polynomial are 0, it is called a zero polynomial. Actually, the term 0 itself is a zero polynomial. It is a constant polynomial. Zero polynomial is a constant polynomial whose all the coefficients are equal to 0. And very important thing is the degree of the zero polynomial is not defined because it is not raised to any power. It cannot be raised to any power. And let us see one example. General form, if we say an x power n minus 1 x power n minus 1, so on up to an, then it becomes a zero polynomial if all the coefficients an is 0, an minus 1 is 0, a2 0. When all the coefficients are 0, it becomes a zero polynomial. So you should remember it properly. When all the coefficients are 0 means 0x cube plus 0x plus 0. It becomes a zero polynomial and its degree is not defined. Now let us see the relationship between the degree of the polynomial and number of terms in it. Suppose a polynomial is a linear polynomial, its degree is 1. Linear polynomial means the terms can be 3x or 3x plus 1, 5y or 5y plus 2, 7x plus 7x plus 12. That means a linear polynomial can have one term or at the most two terms. Similarly, quadratic polynomial, its degree is 2. It can have one term, it can have two terms, and it can have three terms also. Let us see the example, 4x square. But remember one thing, x square term is very essential. In linear polynomial, x term is very essential. In quadratic polynomial, unless there is a x square term, you cannot call it a quadratic polynomial. So if it has only one term, that will be the x square term. If it has two terms, one x square term and one constant or one x term will be there. That is 6x square minus 5 or 5x square plus 2x. It can have one term, two terms or three terms. Three terms means it will have a term with power degree 2, 1 and 0. So a quadratic polynomial will have at the most three terms. Similarly, a cubic polynomial can 2, 3, 4 terms. But while writing this, power 3 term is very essential. That is 6x cube, or the next term, if it has two terms, the one term should be x cube term, second term can be a constant, x term or x square term. If it has three terms, one x cube term is compulsory and remaining two can be any other terms. So we have learned that a cubic polynomial will have maximum or at the most four terms. It can have one, it can have two, it can have three, and it can have four. So from here what we generalize is what the number of terms, at the most the maximum number of terms in a polynomial will be one more than its degree. Linear polynomial 1 plus 1 2, quadratic polynomial 2 plus 1 3, cubic polynomial 3 plus 1 4. So a polynomial of degree term can have one term, two term, three terms, four terms and maximum up to 13 terms. But in each polynomial, the power 12 term is very compulsory. It's very important to have the power 12 term. In the same way, nth degree polynomial will have at the most n plus 1 term. This is all about the relationship between the degree of a polynomial and the number of terms involved in it. Now, this is the assignment 2.1 in your exercise. It's very easy. All of you can do it and get a satisfaction that you understood everything. And all of you should write every slide as notes in your classwork. First chapter is already completed. Second chapter, don't lag behind. After listening the slides, after listening the video for 2 or 3 times, open your classwork, put today's date and start writing the classwork. All the slides are nothing but your classworks, and after completing this topic, complete 2.1 that I will give as that I have given as assignment, and I need not tell the answers also. It is very easy. All of you can do it. Thank you, children, and do it seriously. Don't waste your time. Stay home, stay healthy.